to be living the champagne life. And Mr. Radio Man, won't you turn that up? Yeah, that's my motherfucking jam, won't you turn that up?
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Single on a Saturday night right here, TGI Fridays. I have DJ Smooth on the ones and two. You like that beat? You like to come in with a beat because, you know, we got soul. Ha! It's Single on a Saturday night. I am Shelly Williams, single, never been married, and I want to talk to everyone up here. It's been a while. It feels like it's been a while, so I want to see what's going on with everybody. Introduce yourselves up here.
Oh, this was my first year in graduation as a college professor. And it happened to be my college's 100th centennial. Yeah. So it felt good to
And you look good in that,
yes, you did.
in your robe. I mean, you really look good. I was getting ready to steal the picture and post and say, this is still going Saturday. Now you got this robe.
Good,
you look good.
But it just seemed strange because it was only one other black male that was a part of the staff for Hartcomb College. So we've got to get some more brothers in education out here teaching at the college level.
Amen, but go ahead. All right, we're going to go back.
I'm Dr. David Pulley, owner of Diamonds in the Rough and known as the Soulmate Specialist, and I'm single, but some call me elusive because I'm unavailable.
Oh.
So that's all that's changed, that you're single. I mean, you did change, so let's think about it. When you had your title before, it was, I'm single, I got somebody special, so something changed. So talk about it. Elaborate. I don't know, it's a day for you today.
Yeah, I mean, it changed, but life changes. So, you know, at the time, I think that you're talking about, I was saying I had somebody special in my life. Technically, I still do, but it's things are very different. So again, I'm the Soulmate Specialist. So if you want to know more about my path and my journey, check out my upcoming book, or check me out on my website, thesoulmatespecialist.com.
That's one of those political answers. I
gotta learn to do that.
Oh
See, I would have just answered the question.
I'm saying we're supposed to get real here. I tell the real deal. Come on. You're supposed to be transparent. Okay, go ahead, Roberto, because he's won't.
I'm Roberto Lopez, and nothing has changed. I'm still in the same relationship that
God.
So why
Which
it
is
ain't
great.
changed yet? You told us you was ready. She was ready, and then she had put her foot down, told you what it was going to be when y'all got together.
But she ain't the boss of me, so that's what's up.
So that's what happened?
That's what happened.
Is that how it goes? You're not the boss of me?
So wait a minute. So she told you that she wasn't going to play house and that she was in this for a ring and commitment, and then here we are, and it's like 18 months later.
18 months?
No,
is it really
It's
18
like
months?
18 months later.
Wait a minute. She is nose time. 18 months later. What's going on?
It wasn't 18 months, maybe longer than that. Still.
I'm pretty sure it was longer than that.
I'm just thinking about how long since he told us that she told him this was what it was going to be if we was going to be.
Look, she pump fake sometimes, I pump fake. You know what I mean? You ready? I don't know. You ready? Yeah, you ready? I don't know. So, you know what I mean? We're still hanging in, which is that's the good part.
That's the important part. That is.
Is it? I don't know. Sometimes you hang on too much, you might get bored and really goes south, goes to left. I'm just saying, this is what it seems like. Because I was thinking about it today. I'm still single, never been married, still have no children. It's still the same. I may be in a relationship, but it's still the same. I mean, you've been a girl. I've been a girlfriend before. I've been a fiance before. I'm still not a wife. So what happens? We're talking about 4 years of Single on a Saturday Night, and no one on this panel has moved any way forward.
Y'all
I started out single.
y'all know. My mother said y'all was bad luck.
I promise you.
I'm know.
Single,
My
not
mother told me
married,
y'all was
still
bad
means
luck.
the same
So.
thing.
Okay.
What your mom say?
My mama said y'all was bad luck. That's what she said. When I first showed up all them years ago, she said, don't go hang around with them can't get no man women because you're going to be just like
Oh, I
them.
can get a man, though.
Well, you ain't
I
can't
never
get no
had those
husband.
problems.
Yeah, we got men, but we ain't got no husband. But you know my issue is I'm Danielle and never said I do because I don't Patterson, and I still don't. So I just don't. However, I do it like 22-minute increments.
Say what now?
22-minute increments. No, at 22-minute increments, I'd be like, yeah, he the one. And then minute 23, I'd be like, no.
Right.
No, minute 23. Like, so I feel like, I need a timer to jolt me, when they say the little laser things or whatever, when you tap somebody so that you can stop your behavior. Because seriously, it's like 22 minutes and 4 seconds and I wake up out my trance.
Okay, well, I get it. I understand. you know, you could be in a relationship. I think that I've been in the same relationship for like a year now, and I keep thinking it's been a year. It's like a real year. Like, to me, that seems like such a long time. But I think marriage is supposed to be for the rest of your life. If I can't get past a year, I must
you know
have
what?
said it like
I'm gonna tell
year.
you where I am. I've been thinking about this a lot because I have a friend and he really wants to get married.
Oh, you got a friend?
Yeah, I
girl?
got a friend.
Okay, she got
See,
a
but
friend.
I can't say.
She's not
you know,
saying her man. Do you see?
Yeah,
understand?
no, it's not that.
My friend.
I don't believe in that. But my thing is this: is y'all know I only believe that there are two statuses, single and married, because them the only ones that the IRS care about. So that's it. Because just like with kids, I'm going to name them tax deduction 1 and tax deduction 2. Because that's what I'm concerned about, trying to get me some earned income tax credit and child tax credit and dependent care. I want all of that. So, and it's the same thing with your husband. Until he's your husband, then you can't claim him and get a tax benefit. Other than that, I'm just getting the marriage penalty. So I'm real obsessed with that. So when I think about it and I look at it, what I see is I can't seem to turn that corner because I can't, like, now, I look at my stuff and I had stuff and it's like, do I really want to argue with you about a prenup? Do I really want to get you half my stuff? Do I really want to look at equitable distribution? No. Do I really care about your,
Marriage is a business.
No. I mean, these stupid things, like, do I really care if you don't like my hairdo? I just be thinking.
But we're gonna go to a break and find out. So you're gonna go back. Do you really care? So are we bad luck? I don't think so. But let's go to a break. Single on a Saturday night.
It's specifically David. My mother said specifically it was David Scott.
Oh, David Scott.
My mother called him out. She said he no good for nothing.
We come back
don't
from
learn.
break.
Okay.
When we come back from the break, I'm gonna address that. Single on Saturday night. We're here with the day party, but guess what? We have Hands of Joy with us. Giving out massages. Talk to us, Hands of Joy, about what you do.
Well, I'm a mobile massage therapist, and I specialize in Swedish massage and other spa techniques such as body exfoliations, hot stone massage, reflexology, and sports massage. So I come to my client's home, and you can have the spa experience in the comfort of your own home.
So how did you come up with the Hands of Joy as the name?
Well, Joy is my middle name, and my hands are my business, so it should be a pleasant, joyful experience by helping the body relax and help de-stress.
All right, because I'm here with these Hands of Joy on me right now. I'm really enjoying it down here with the Single on Saturday night. Every fourth Saturday, TGI Fridays. You know what? Keep putting them hands on me, Joy. I need them.
I got you.
Funky fly stuff. Hey, what? It's Single on a Saturday night. What? I'm not a rapper. All right, it's Single on a Saturday night right here at TGI Fridays, 4000 City Ave. We do this every fourth Saturday. Woo, we're talking about, are we bad luck as singles? But really the topic was supposed to be, how do you define being sexy? But we're going to talk about how, first we're going to come on with this, are we bad luck? Tamara Wiggins Williams is married. That's all I want to say. She started off in the beginning. It's not about the panel. She started off in the beginning, the very beginning. Tamara Wiggins Williams. I'm going to say her whole name because she's married. Anyway, let's go.
No bad luck. Danielle, there are 3 close men that I know, close to me, all get married in August.
Who?
That's because they running away from status like you. They're different than they're men.
They needed my influence.
No, they was like, you know what?
influence.
I ain't trying to end up like that. Let me marry this chick right here. This one, the next one that came along, they was like, will you marry me, please?
So who are
men.
they? Who are the 3 men? Because obviously we don't know them.
You got one man standing in front of you. On row
Howard
1.
is in front of me, and I know
row
he's not
1.
getting married.
On row 1.
On row 1?
The legendary Rodney Hardy getting married.
Okay.
Can I get some love for you?
All
What's
right,
the date?
congratulations.
What's the date? This year?
August 13th.
Okay, because it don't count if you ain't got no date.
August 13,
August
2016.
13th, my man getting married.
Congratulations to Rodney. However, Rodney is in and out of Single on a Saturday night, so maybe the fact that he stays away is why.
When he went out, he got a woman. When he went out, he got a woman. That's what happened.
No, I'm just kidding. So who else?
My brother Herb getting married.
Herb is getting married now. Herb is a consistently at Single on a Saturday night. He is. Okay.
You saying the panel was a jinx? Now there's 2
No.
other people I gotta leave undercover because Danielle told me they gotta have their date first, so I'm gonna leave that quiet to the next show.
No. Don't leave him undercover. I want to know who it is now.
Ooh, I'll give it to
If
you
it's a
next
secret,
show.
then it's not real.
It's real, but I want to have a date for it. That way, I like my stuff to be accurate. Right? Isn't accuracy important?
Accuracy is very important because, like I said, all these people, everybody I know engaged, and don't nobody I know got a date.
Hold
they
up.
just be engaged. They just had rings on their finger, or I feel like the dudes even asking to marry him just so they shut up about it already.
Then Shelly,
What?
hold up, Shelly. What if somebody say you're the one? Does that count?
Oh, they tell me that all the time.
Oh, she the one.
You know how many ones? Wait a minute. You know how many ones I've been? You know how many rings?
Does that mean anything?
Ones equal a
Being the
dime,
one.
right?
Somebody tell you they're the one. Does that mean anything?
That means nothing.
Nothing.
It means nothing unless you get in front of wherever you're going. Me and I'm going to be in the church, and we're going to in front of God. But whoever you stand in front of,
You have
that's
to
when it
declare
means
one,
something.
And the number one rule to marriage is you must publicize it. That's the number one rule to
Publicize.
marriage. It is not about what you and him say or you and her say. It's about what you say in front of everybody else.
Wait a minute.
It's how you hold yourself out to the community. That's it.
Melisha, have you ever been the one? Any man ever told you were the one? How many times?
Pass the microphone to her.
I've probably been the one about 4 times,
You been married?
and I'm single.
All right. Where's Dave, Pulley, and Roberto? Have you ever been the one?
That's not fair, but because the men are the ones that claim somebody is the one, and then they
not all.
then they mysteriously don't have
I need
their
the
status anymore.
I need the soulmate specialist to tell me, has he ever been referred to as the one?
In almost every situation, but that's a blessing.
Is that
every
before you were the
situation.
soulmate specialist? I'm just
That
saying,
was even-
because that was
well
when you were
before.
stripping on chairs, because I would have said you was the one then too.
Going back to even childhood, like not childhood, but like kind of like preteen, teenager, high school. I've heard that, so I've always seen that as a blessing. But one of the things that told me was, obviously, I can't be all these women's the one. So one of the things about the one, and one of the things that I teach is a lot of women ask me, well, how do you know someone is the one? This is a highly spiritual. What I talk about, what I preach and teach, is a highly spiritual message. So that's why I held back on what you were asking earlier, because a lot that I would say is not, you would have to know what I'm talking about in order for me to like explain my situation. But to try to put it in words, basically I walk a path that God is the only one who can tell anybody who your one is, whoever that is. If that's your ordained spouse, your soulmate, only God or the higher power that you believe in can tell you that. Anything other than that, you just have indicators. That's the best you have is indicators. So if you have more indicators and you want to make that leap, then that's great, that's fine. But some people want to hold out for hearing it directly from their higher power.
Well, I've
Roberto?
indicated a few times.
And have people told you that you were the one?
You've been indicated.
No.
Have people told you that you were the one?
You sound like an indictment up here.
No.
Nobody ever
Hell
told.
no.
Nobody has ever
Shelley?
told you you was the one.
No, never told me I was the one.
Nobody ever told you you was the one?
No.
Shelly, you
Even
ever been the
Teresa?
one?
I've been the one a bunch of times. I've been engaged 2 times that we were really going to whole marriage counseling 2 times. The third time was just, I think he just wanted some. Yeah, so I've been told I've been the one. I haven't met a man that was with me that didn't want me to be the one. I really haven't, and I'm not bragging on myself, but I know people who still want to date me, and we're not together because I'm a really a person who really gets along. I don't like to argue, so it's really going to be a peaceful relationship. We're going to be like, hey, the sun is shining every day.
And Danielle,
It really is.
you say you've been
In
the
my
one
world.
numerous times.
Every man I ever been with, I was the one. And as soon as I wasn't with him, I was really the one.
Right?
Then they want to chase you down. They don't know how they can live without you. I got one of them phone calls this morning. What do you want?
You're the one.
I'm just so sorry. I'm trying to map our relationship. I don't understand what happened. I do. You remember that conversation?
So can the one be recognized post-relationship, you saying? And most of the time people don't realize
Apparently,
it till
that's
they
when
out.
they have epiphanies. You don't mess your water till the well run dry. Period.
And once it's over, it's over. Not saying that you can't go back, but sometimes those relationships are just done. There's no going back, and you have to move forward. But I hear you, Dr. David Pulley, but you have to be able to explain some things. I know it takes a while to explain
He
it,
just trying to
but
be cryptic because he don't want answer.
I don't want
Because he
cryptic.
don't want answer.
I want to know. To me, I think it's unfair to say that a man, I think a lot of women think a man like a David Pulley or Roberto or Dave, oh, you're the one. But it's not fair because the man really gets, I'm still on the man chooses. I'm still on it.
I agree.
The man
I would
chooses.
agree with that.
The man chooses. So it's
Well,
not
you know, I
fair.
still disagree, but okay.
The man
I still
chooses.
disagree.
The man chooses when he wants
I
to.
know what your position is, and I disagree with your position. Ain't no point
But
in
think about my
Y'all can look it up on
situation.
YouTube.
Think about my situation. If in my situation at least, if women were choosing, That's how many times I
you
would have
been
been
chosen?
married. Right.
Right.
I've been chosen all those times. So there's something different about the
got something
criteria.
special?
No, I mean, I'm just saying reality. Like, there's something different about the criteria. Men have a different criteria that makes them more selective or more hesitant. And yeah, there's a lot of those reasons are immature for a lot of dudes. But what that does do is at least makes the guy who chooses, and that's how that's the structure that society follows right now. It makes that be a more selective process. Even if it is for a wrong reason right now, it still makes it be a selective process, as it should be. Because even with that, still the divorce rate is now up to what, 63%? That's ridiculous.
But Dave, do you think that women arrive at certain points emotionally faster than men? Like, for example, you may like the woman, she love you. You love her, she's in love with you. Do you think women stay ahead of the curve?
Oh, I'm always behind the curve.
You
Always.
behind?
I am always the one dragging my
behind
feet. I'm the last one to say it.
Sometimes it varies. Sometimes I'm in front, sometimes I've been behind. So it really depends on who it is.
I don't know, but I'm trying to. I know what all of y'all gonna say.
All our minds went somewhere
Yes, 'cause
else.
all y'all got gutter minds.
Sometimes in the front, sometimes in the back. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes.
I just got that.
But you know what? We have rehashed this over and over with each other. I want to ask somebody else.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask Jenice Armstrong from Philadelphia Daily News, who's here with us today, one of the features editor, who actually does the Philadelphia Sexy Singles piece, which she's going to talk about later. But she met her man on Match.com, honey. That's what she told us all about. So I want to know, did you choose?
That's a good question.
Well, give us a
I
good
think
answer.
He must have chosen because he was way down the road, and I was like, what?
You dragging your feet, girl?
Yes, I was dragging my feet. I was happily single when he popped the question. But you know, my guy sitting to the right has an interesting story. I'd love to share it with you. His name's Steve Bryan. He's one of my buddies.
How are you, Steve?
Steve.
Steve, all the way from Detroit. Go ahead, come on.
Yeah,
I missed
and
that.
I moved from Philadelphia to Philadelphia from Detroit for love and marriage.
For love and marriage.
Okay, but this is what happened. I moved here on May 4th. My wife was named Patty Patricia Brightful. Jenice knows her. Patty, among other things, was a trained bass player and martial artist. She taught she had black belts. Anyway, I moved here May 4th. She found us a nice little house in Upper Darby on May 4th. 2 days later, she died of respiratory failure. And that's only for starters. I met Patty, we met 20 years ago. I was living and working here in Philadelphia. That's how I met my girl here, Jenice. Among other things, I used to write for the Philadelphia Tribune, and that's why and I also worked with a bunch of arts organizations, and Patty worked for one of the organizations that I was assisting. But my first wife, her name was Roberta. We married. She was a lawyer. She was an art professor and then became a lawyer. We got married in 1987. January 2015, right after New Year's, and like the day that her birthday was coming up, she went into the hospital, thought it was respiratory problems. She was diagnosed with acute leukemia. She passed away 10 days later. Patty was supposed to be we re-met. I came here in April of last year to see about what it entailed moving back to Philly. After 17 years, Patty and I reconnected, and we decided I'm 61 years old. She's in her 60s. We decided, she decided, because I said, well, why don't we just get a place? I'll come out here and get a place. Oh, no, she did the Bay on me, okay? Who might be, according to one of my cousins, we might be related. I'm a Creole from Houston, Texas.
Well, we're going to go to a break, and we're going to talk about the love and how you found your love. This is Single on a Saturday Night. Thank you to everyone who helps us put the show together. I'm talking about adstyles.com. And, of course, Hands of Joy Massages in the house today. And I I can't forget Rashina Stewart of Exquisite Hair Design. We're going to go to a break. DJ Smooth, take it away. Take it away.
I felt like Cinderella.
I said, that's fiction. I dropped my hat and ran.
The whole veil comes off.
A little bit X-rated.
Happy birthday, Tracy!
Hit the gas and took off.
Ooh, welcome back. Single on a Saturday night right here, TGI Fridays, 4000 City Ave. We do this every fourth Saturday, and you are welcome to join us. We are now talking about a great love. So love is possible. You found love, came all the way from Detroit. We're sorry that it came out. So are you ready to look for love again?
No, I am going monastic for the duration, for at least a year.
Did you say nasty?
Monastic.
Monastic.
Like a monastery, a monk.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
But
you
what
want to
did you
go
say
be
you
more
wouldn't roll?
nasty? I'm like,
No,
Monastic.
Yeah.
I thought he said that too, actually.
You're talking to I'm a lapsed Catholic,
I thought
so
he
you
said
know, it's,
monastic.
yeah, right. You know,
look, I thought it was getting ready to get real interesting in the senior home. I was like, now tell me about that.
It'll be interesting. He said he wouldn't rule out a little sympathy sex.
Sympathy.
Oh, sympathy sex, right?
Sympathy and empathy.
Sympathy. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I'm gonna go find my Aunt Bertha and tell her to watch it. These dudes out here being monastic trying to get some.
I like to say this though. I was not about to put two urns on my bookshelf. Okay, I let Patty's children take the ashes home with her. You know, that would have been
very chivalrous.
That would have been too crazy. That would have been too weird. I know. Let's say I'd been a candidate for CSI or Criminal Minds. Okay.
All right, so anybody out there in the audience, do you think that being here on Single Saturday Night is bad luck? I'm still going back to that because I'm going to dispel that myth right there.
Any good luck or bad?
All I know is when we had a certain co-host in the Philadelphia Daily News' annual Sexy Single Spread, a certain businessman called me up and said, you know what? That Danielle Patterson, if I were not married, that would be my wife.
The one.
Whoa,
My
the
wife.
one.
He's a very prominent businessman. I said, okay, all right, now you're still married, right? He said, yes. But if I
when
weren't,
he get divorced,
she
you
would
call me.
I think it's more of like minds come together. We talking about all these years, we like minds come together. I don't think, I mean, Melisha really wants to get married, but I can't say I'm leaping out of my stomach saying, yes, I want to get married. And I don't believe Roberto, even though he's in a relationship, is leaping out of his belly saying, make me yours forever. I don't believe you're leaping out like that. You might be leaping out. You might be leaping out somewhere else. No, you're leaping out somewhere else.
I got faith in him. I got
How
faith
about
in
you?
Roberto.
Do we have faith in you?
Yes.
Because you know
See,
you was negotiating a contract for at least 3.5
That
to 4
contract
years.
ended. But I want you to know this. Don't confuse not having much interest in being married as in never wanting to be married.
I agree with that.
I believe it's about a connection with somebody that will put you in that position that, you know what? I value her, I see her, I think about her, I can make things happen with her. It's been that misconception for 3 years that Dave does not want to be married. I just said I haven't met anyone. I'm not against it. It's just something I never embraced early on. That's it.
I believe you. You might
That's
want to
it.
get married. And, you know, you ever see those pictures they say, waiting on your husband, and by that time you're an old skeleton? I believe that can happen. I believe.
Well, and even
maybe about-
if it's not an old skeleton, I mean, that's the story that you shared, sir, it really touched me. And I'm gonna make a post, I'm gonna probably make a whole campaign about it, because the thing is, and I don't know if what I'm about to say directly fits your situation, but just from the little bit that I've heard, it made me want to give this caution out to the audience, to those who are listening. There are many people, because they don't know what really love is all about, relationship is all about, and what marriage truly should be about, that are missing the one that they should be with, because their criteria is off, their priorities are off. There's a lot of reasons why this is happening. And what that causes is, it causes two people who could be together sooner to be delayed. and that delay can wind up with some consequences.
Yep.
And I don't know if that's your situation, but you don't want to be in a situation where you finally get with that one, and the time that they have on this earth runs out, because you can't get that time back. So the time that people are, oh, I'm young, I can wait, or oh, I'll get there someday. I mean, nothing against, because it's also about finding it. Yeah. But are you in the state or place to recognize the one when they are sent your way? Because if not, you'll have to wait till it comes back around, and by that time you've lost time with that individual, and time is something that we can never reproduce and we can never get back. So I just needed to put that out there, because if in any way that helps anybody, then I had to put that out there.
And you can't be afraid of the risks. So a lot of times we get caught up in worrying about the risk. If I do this, this may not happen, that may not happen. It's all a risk when you date somebody. You don't know where it's going to go.
It's a bigger risk when you marry them, because you come into too many more things. And I think that's why I know me, like, that whole thing, that means you clank, because I believe in once you're married, you stay married religiously. I mean, I know you can get divorced, but I would prefer not to. So really taking that leap and saying, this is the one, and we're going to go down that aisle and get married, I got to know that you are not going to ruin who I am. To me, I reserve and I enjoy who I am. And if I need somebody that's going to come next to me and make me better, but not take away from who I am, make me miserable and unhappy, I don't want to be in a marriage like that. I think that is horrible. And I know people like that are miserable inside of their marriages, thinking about, like, this person don't want to go anywhere. This person doesn't want to do anything. This person, and you get into that, and, like, my grandmother was married for 1,000,000 years, it seemed like. But to me, I'm looking from the outside, all I saw was her cooking dinner and doing everything he wanted her to do. I don't want that. I promise you I don't want that, guy.
But
don't
you
give me
have to
that.
have a different kind of marriage.
And
My
then some
one,
people
you don't
believe
know-
that
you don't
I
know
did
until
enough
you
to
get
get
there.
you, and that's it. And
You
the
don't
work
know
stops.
until you get there.
No, you know before you get there. All this stuff does not come
People
out
change.
the blue.
I don't care anybody. People say people change when they get married. I've seen it. I've seen people change soon as they got married. Soon as they say I do, no. Soon as they say I do, they change into a different.
They feel
person.
as though the work is over.
Change into what?
Not for the worse.
My
Complacent.
one is my friend.
Listen.
Your one is
my
your
one
friend?
is my friend.
Why you calling him your friend?
I think he's my one, but I will never. I don't want to marry him. I don't want to be with him. I'm actually with the woman. I have a girlfriend, but my one that I think is my one. We are friends, and we're just friends, and I think it's better like that. We're gonna stay friends, and I will always have him to go to, or he'll always be my friend. I think if we do try to have a relationship and get married, I think that will mess up what we do have.
Then how can
for
that
all
be the
these
one,
years.
Tasha?
I'm telling you, he's my one. I've been in his life for so long, for so many years. He's
Do I
been
know
in
what
my
you're
life.
talking about?
Yeah,
We
you know.
okay. I just want to make sure.
But does the
And-
the one just has to play a role. Doesn't mean it's the role that we think
We
it
have
should
a
be.
role.
That's what I mean.
He
It's
has
a
his role, and I
Shelley,
have
it's
my
not
role.
the role we
and
think
we
it
have
should
our
be.
relationship, and it's not going anywhere. We both feel strongly. We have a relationship where we love each other. And
Love each other,
we're not
and your
going
role
nowhere.
is y'all great friends, and that's the
So you
role in your
can not
one.
miss out on the one and not be like I'm not missing out on him. You know what I mean?
Well, we're gonna go. This is the end of the show, but we're gonna come back. Next show is gonna be about what you consider, what you define as sexy. 50 Cent got a song, 50 Cent definition of sexy. What is definition of sexy to you? And we have Jenice Armstrong, like she said, the sexy singles. We're gonna talk about this year's sexy singles and who.
It's that time already.
Somebody in this room might be one of the sexy singles this year, but we're not going to tell you to the next show, so you have to come back. Single on a Saturday night. Don't forget AlvinaStyles.com. Exquisite hair design. Get that hairy situation. And Joy's, Hands of Joy's is in the house. Massages. So you got to get a massage. Let's go. Howard Gilliam Jr., the man with the camera in his hand. NewVideoProductions.com.
There's a bunch of sexy in the room already. Some there might be one. It's a bunch.
Oh, who's sexy?
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.